Okay, so another game. This time it's my 10th game. So I'm gonna speed up the game to +7. And what happened here in this game was that I'm fighting this Cybran opponent here, blue Cybran on the south, and my base is up here in the north. I'm the green UEF. And basically what happened here is that I was not expecting I was not ready to face his jump pack enabled bots, and he managed to maneuver me, and I kind of got in a little bit of a bad situation here where I lost my entire force. But I had some good moments here at the beginning. I managed to kill a lot of his bots, so he had to hold back to attack me, and that allowed me to build a secondary base basically, and that turned out to be my main base later on the game. So you can see there he tried to attack me. He destroyed one energy generator, but I destroyed his bots. Here he destroys one mass extractor. I kill all of his bots without losing anything. I reclaim all the wreckage, and I start building my secondary base. And I'm gonna go for a very aggressive build here with four land factories. Here you can see I win this confrontation here. I destroyed all of his maxes and most of his bots there. Retreat back. He brings in more bots and he tries to attack me, but I pull him back. Bring my commander up, and I plan to have a radar there right in the middle. And my commander is reclaiming the wreckage here, so my economy is pretty strong at this moment. And I try to go for the other side of his base. I don't manage to micro that well. I get shot a lot of times with artillery, and I lose a lot of my tanks, so I have to retreat. But he should have pushed forward, and I connect back to my main force there. But he was now already jumping around with his. You can see that he can just like go wherever he pleases, and the back of my base is vulnerable, so he just ignores all my tanks and goes for my base. And I know that I can't catch up with that speed, so I go towards his base, so that if he wants he can take that, because I have a secondary base here, but he's gonna lose his, so he has to bring his tanks back. He manages to destroy the middle, but that didn't cost me too much. This was the moment that he got the advantage. He brought back his tanks, his bots, and he just annihilated me. I basically lost everything, and he managed then. But then at this moment I also upgraded my, I wasn't ready to face these jump pack enabled bots. So one thing that I did to kind of like make the best of the situation was to here you can see, let me see if I already have it. Yeah, there you can see. So all of my buildings have now one AA tower here, an anti-air tower, and one direct fire turret, so that as he comes in with his bots, I'm firing AA shots at him. He comes in and he's being shot at. He lands, he's being shot at, so he loses a couple bots in the process. He will eventually manage to destroy all my base, but he's gonna lose a couple guys in the process, and that manages to whittle down his forces, so that yes, he's destroying my base, but I'm also kind of damaging his units, so he's not able to keep this on for very much longer, and he must rebuild his forces as I must rebuild my base. You can see there that he doesn't have a lot remaining from his force, and I did not bring in any tanks or anything. That was just my base firing at him, and there you go. He's gonna lose everything now. So, but he did have another blob of units there, and he's gonna bring them on me. You can see I don't have anything at all at this moment, but he failed to kill my engineer there. And he thinks he's going to, there you go. So he's gonna go for my base again. I managed to get out with my engineer again, because I guess he didn't have radar with those bots. He is going to destroy everything that I have at this moment. Now he's coming again, and you can see I'm building a land gantry there to build fat boys, because I think that with their huge range, I'll be able to like get him even if he jumps around. So he tries to come in, he jumps around, and that's a very bad mistake he does, because I have a lot of artillery here. And when he lands, you see there, he lands there in the back, and my artillery shoots up. And the second that his units are all there, the artillery shots are landing, and they just go up. Boom. Nothing left. And as you can see here, it's already halfway on my fat boy, and he does not have anything to counter it with. But you can see here he is building a lot of energy generators, very poorly positioned. But anyway, he could have built those like back here, maybe, you know, more protected. But what's going to happen here is that he is going to try and build a megalith. And I guess that he didn't see that I was building a fat boy, because the megalith is a very poor matchup against the fat boy, because the fat boy outranges him. So, and he's gonna like sacrifice a lot of megaliths there to my fat boys. He's gonna lose just a lot of them. So you can see there that I'm moving, and this is, you know, poor microing on my part. I move my units up. I didn't have a radar, so I did not see at the moment. I did not see these mass converter here, and I ordered a move order on my tanks, and they moved in. And when the mass converter exploded, massive damage to my tanks. That was, he used an ability that, you know, his structures detonate and destroy my units. So I lost a lot of tanks in that. I have another fat boy back there, and he has one megalith. I see that, and I just retreat, because I know that my fat boys will outrange his megalith and just take him down. And he just charges on. That was poor management on his part as well. He should have retreated. You know, he didn't know that I had so many megaliths, fat boys. But, you know, I see him jumping around, and I always do that. I retreat and let my fat boys do the dirty work, and then I engage with my units and just, you know, just kill them. He tries to go there in the back, but again, my artillery just takes him down real fast. And at this moment, you can see here I have 4 fat boys, and this is the moment where he built these lots of gunships here. And these are going to take down my fat boys. Now, at this moment, I could have researched AA towers for my tanks, but I did not have the research points available. I don't remember exactly why I did not have them, but I just didn't. So I had to retreat as best as I could, because my bases had AA, and I just lost everything that I had. And he brings me back to the stalemate, because I had the upper hand here. And he's just gonna take me down. 1 fat boy, 2 fat boys, 3, 4. That fat boy there, he was half cooked when I pulled him out. I was afraid to lose the, you know, the gantry there. He almost took it out. Oh, well, actually not almost, but anyway. So anyway, he brings again, and as I see that he's using gunships, even though I've taken that first wave down, I built 2 air factories, and I'm just gonna start pumping out these fighters there. There, he used a very dirty tactic there. He sacrificed all of his units and destroyed most of my tanks. So he basically sacrifices his units to kill my units, but the fat boys are safe. So I have the upper hand here, and I managed to take down his energy generators there. And he finally realizes that the monoliths, the megaliths are not going to do much. So he destroys his land gantry and starts to build an air gantry to build a Ripper. And that's a good strategy, but at this moment, I just had too many fighters. I had air superiority. He did not have any fighters up. And I will pretty soon start building some artillery, you know, to get to his base. So there you can see, he's got a Ripper out, but he just leaves these gunships here for no reason. Maybe he was hoping to keep my fighters tied up in this battle here for a good while, so that his Ripper that is attacking him here could do some damage. But that was really not a wise move. I just destroy all of those gunships. I don't know if he wasn't paying attention or what. Yeah, probably didn't pay attention. He should have retreated there. So when he brings his Rippers, he has one Ripper, and he builds some fighters now. But I start pounding his base with artillery shells, and he now knows that the timer, the clock is ticking on his head. If he lets me have this artillery for too long, I'm going to pound his base, because he does not have any kind of protection. He doesn't have shields, but his factory shields. That's not really going to protect his stuff here. You can see I'm firing from very far away. These are long-range artillery units. He doesn't have much to counter them right now. Maybe he could have used the Rippers, but he had two Rippers. Maybe he should have moved them to my base. But I had AA in my base, and I have a lot of fighters there. So as you can see, he has a couple fighters. He hopes to win, but I managed to take down all of his fighters. And his Rippers there, they don't go for my Fat Boys. They're going straight for my base. Maybe he was trying to assassinate my commander, but I can take down one of them really fast with this much fighters. He's really undecided as where to attack. You can see he's moving around. He's actually trying to destroy this nuke silo defense, because he's going for a nuclear missile in the end. You see that his Ripper death crash there killed a bunch of my tanks, but he didn't accomplish much other than that. And I did have another nuclear missile defense over on the other side, so a good portion of my base was pretty safe. And the result was that now his base was very vulnerable. I was just pounding away, you can see here. Was not destroying much, but because my artillery was scattered, you're gonna see that I'm gonna focus my artillery very soon on one side, and I managed to destroy a lot. So as you can see here, I'm now moving up on his base. I have I have a lot of Fat Boys, I have a lot of tanks, I have a lot of artillery, and I have the fighters there to protect them from gunships, which he doesn't have any. He's focusing everything he has now on this nuclear silo and the Ripper coming out of there. But it's just not going to be enough. As soon as I focus fire my artillery here on the side, you're going to see it's happening right now. So my artillery starts pounding over there, and it's going to take down that entire section there. At the same time, I bring my tanks in. My tanks and my Fat Boys, and they just destroy everything on his base. And you can see here he's desperately trying to get that nuclear missile ready, but it's pretty much end of the game for him here. I have units all over his base. My Fat Boys are really onto him. And he fires the nuclear missile right at my forces. There you go. But my Fat Boys are safe. Safe and sound. And his base is rubble. So, good game. He's going to sacrifice his commander now to my Fat Boys. Jumps around, lands near them, destroys one of them, and tries to run, but he's defeated. So, pretty good game. I made a lot of mistakes, so did he. But it was fun, and I learned a lot. I learned a lot from this game. So hope you enjoyed it. I'm gonna catch you next time.